So now we're going to talk about subscriptions, season passes, and other goodies from the Monetization Toolbox. And we've got Uffe from Multiscription, who's going to come and talk about that. Uffe, coming up.
Hello, everyone, and thank you, Ray, for attending this talk. I hope you had a great evening yesterday. So today, as was already mentioned, we're going to talk about subscriptions, season passes, and other funny things from the Monetization Toolbox for your mobile games. My name is Uffe Flarup, and I'm working for Multiscription. Programmer by trade, started doing games programming back in the late 90s when internet started to become a household thing, in Denmark at least. Right now, I'm the senior technical lead at Multiscription, where I'm working on our Unleashed product that, of course, helps with Multiscriptions. That's a part of what we do. In addition to this, I'm teaching game development to kids. I've been using Unity for the past 2 seasons. Now I'm switching to Unreal Engine. It is not related to the pricing changes, I'll just say that. But they had interest in Unreal Engine as well. So I grabbed them while they're young and lure them into the game development industry. And I still play games as well. Level 43 in Pokemon Go. So I'm not going to say I'm pretty good at it. I just play it a lot with my kids. So the agenda, a little bit about designing in monetization early on in your mobile games, and a brief recap of some of the monetization options you have for your mobile games. Point 3 will without doubt be the place where I put most of my focus, games that has a bit longer retention, because that is where subscriptions really shine. That's what we're good at, so that will be the main focus of this talks as well. And hopefully we will have time for questions in the end. So, first thing to keep in mind, always remember that your players would love to pay for your game. They just do it in different ways, and they certainly do it in different ways that I did when I was a kid and was putting quarters into the machines. They would love to pay. Always keep that in mind, but they have different ways of doing it. They have different limits, different possibilities. So there are a lot of opportunities here for adding monetization to your game. Some people can pay with their time and attention by watching ads. So that's one opportunity you have. Other players pay with their MasterCard. Different audience, different people, different opportunities that you should all embrace in your game. There are a lot of opportunities here. And yeah, let's keep in mind that they have different opportunities and different possibilities, the players we are having here. And of course, one thing is, yes, they would like to pay. It needs to be in a way that the player is comfortable with, and of course also in a way they have access to. Not everyone have access to their credit card, especially not their parents' credit cards. So I have teenagers now. They have started to get their own money that they can spend, but my youngest kids don't have it yet. So we need to tap into those opportunities we have here for monetizing our mobile games. And one is to think your target audience into the game early. Of course, I'm working under the assumption that we would actually like to make some money on our game. And not only to make money, but we would also like to have players that come to play our game. I know there are certainly some developers out there that care less about that. But I'm mainly focusing on those of you that are actually interested in making some money out of your game, so you can fund your next game and help pay your bills and help pay for all the stuff that your family needs as well. So think your target audience of your game Think the target audience of your game into your game design. Think about it early. The target audience you have, what means of payment do you expect that they have? Is it a target audience that like only can watch ads, or do they have access to other monetization options as well? And keep user segmentation into account early. Some of your players will, without doubt, be willing to spend more money than others. So take into account early, how are you going to utilize that in your game? You don't have to like develop that right away, but keep into mind in some way that you need to have something to offer your really big spenders, because there will be some of those. So of course you want to have something to offer them, while still having something good to offer those that have like less means to spend on your game. And when going to a publisher, it will without doubt give you a great advantage to keep that all into account early on. As most of you already know, ads without doubt is the most common way to do it. And the usages of ad is one of the few places where we, in at least, have like a clear requirement when using our product, that if you have a paying subscriber, you must remove the intrusive ads, or the ads that the players don't initiate themselves. We see a lot that the rewarded videos are super popular even among paying clients, paying players, and even those that have enough money to spend, they still enjoy the rewarded ads. They're sort of fun. They get something extra by watching a video, and they can decide it when they want to watch that video. In-game billboards and branded partnerships are powerful as well. The in-game billboards can be text just in the background that advertises something. It can be like a building with that comes from a certain company with their logo on top and stuff like that, which in a non-intrusive way also give you a source of income for your game. So the players can play uninterrupted, and then they nicely in the background will see something branded from your partners. And we have the in-app purchases as well, offer walls, which I see my kids use a lot, and audio ads as well. I have heard that as well when my kids are playing. They are also good opportunities as well. And then, of course, the in-app purchases, we'll touch upon those a little bit, because they work well together with subscriptions also. You can combine these two very well. So you can, of course, sell more gold, sell more levels, and the frequently also used one that if you make any real money purchase, you will remove the ads as well for that player. And as mentioned earlier, games with a little bit longer retention are the ones we work most with at Multiscription, because that's the one that really shines with a subscription service. So for those of you that are designing a game where you plan to keep your players on board the game for a long period of time, like months preferably, you definitely want to have something good to offer them, and of course monetize, so you can pay all your content developers that are working on all this stuff. So subscription, really powerful way where you get a steady source of income every month, which can then help fund your next project. And also you can use that as a good budgeting tool, because you can kind of predict, okay, how much am I going to earn the next couple of months? Maybe, hopefully it goes up, maybe it goes down. You can start to predict how much money are you getting in every month, so that can help you scale up your next project. Seasons passes, a little bit like a subscription as well. You sell them maybe twice a year, that you sell a season pass for that season. So they don't automatically renew, but they have a flavor very similar to a subscription where it automatically renews. And then, of course, you can sell the paid premium content in your game as well. And all these can be combined. You don't have to pick just one. You can, as the title of the talk is, it's a big toolbox, and you can pick many of these and combine in good ways for your game. And for subscriptions, we distinguish between two types of subscriptions. We prefer to call them the all-you-can-eat model and the supplemental model. And from those of you that are streaming movies and TV series, all-you-can-eat is a little bit like Netflix. You get all the shows, all the movies. There's occasionally a season missing, minor detail, but you get access to everything that Netflix has in one subscription, and you can consume as much as you like for no extra cost. The supplemental model for a subscription, that is more like what Amazon is doing with Amazon Prime. You get a lot of stuff with the Amazon subscription. You get access to their shows, you get the free shipping, but it really encourages you to spend more, to get the discounts, to benefit from the free shipping. That is what Amazon has been really successful with the supplemental model. And that is also what we started out with when we started out 5 years ago. So we have our subscription service where players get access to a lot already in the games. The ads are removed, they get some benefits, but all the games can add more on top, and they can add extra in-app purchases on top, where you get 50% discount for everything you spend, or you get 20% extra on top for everything you spend. So that's two different ways of viewing a subscription. And one thing to keep in mind is that with the supplemental model, it's not a cap you're having on your subscription. It's a starting point for additional revenue, and then you can add top of that. And as mentioned earlier, the steady source of income will help fund your next projects, your next seasons, whatever it is you're working on together with your team. And having a subscription also has a psychological effect that it helps keep your players retained because they already paid. And hopefully they enjoy what they are playing. So they would like to keep playing the stuff that they already paid for and that they have in their subscription to get some good value from their subscription. And if you then also add social features that are exclusive for your subscribers, then you have a good way to retain them inside your game as well. So what to offer to your paying subscribers? As mentioned earlier, the only thing we require when using our subscription service is that paying subscribers should not see the annoying ads, basically. So no interstitial ads, no banners that overlay your game, but you can keep in the rewarded videos. So we call that uninterrupted gameplay. So if you pay for a game, you should be allowed to play as much without any interruptions. Accelerated progressions, cooldowns could possibly be shorter in your game. You would get access as a subscriber to areas that are exclusive to subscribers, chat rooms that are only for your subscribers, so you can feel part of that elite club in your game. Unique items, unique clothing, unique cars, whatever it is your game is. Unique brand to show off your flair. A little plus star, like in the PlayStation Plus subscription. Add in these small little features to your game. A part of what we do is that we have a game design team that can help you identify some super easy wins in this matter, so that with little effort you will be able to find some good things that you can provide to your subscribers other than just the uninterrupted gameplay. And so the uninterrupted gameplay is just like the starting point, and then you can add more on top of that and encourage your players to spend more in the game. A couple of things to remember when getting started on adding subscriptions to your game. There are already multiple subscription services out there. Some of them require exclusivity rights. We don't. Subscriptions can also coexist with your monetization options that you already have in your game, and you can combine them. So you can, it's not like you pick either a subscription or in-app purchase or the season pass. You can combine these, sell the season pass with discounts if you're a subscriber, add extra value to your in-app purchases for those that are subscribers, just like Amazon is doing that as well when you have an Amazon Prime subscription. So your subscriptions are really like the starting point for the added monetization. It's not a cap on how much you can spend, like you have $5 a month for your subscription. It's not a cap, but it's a starting point for what you can earn with your subscription, and you can think that into account early when making your game. Yes, so that is almost everything I have today. So if any of you have any questions, we can do that now. Or you can come find us at our booth later. We are in the meeting room over there. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Round of applause, please. I think we've had a conversation like this before. I'm very much with you guys in this uninterrupted gameplay. One of the things that always strikes me is that a lot of people make the mistake that you should just stop doing any ad when you have any payment in terms of the game. And it always strikes me that what you're doing is you're preventing the benefits of things that rewarded ads do if you do that. And people actually like the ability to be able to break out of the things that they're stuck in, either through spending money or by having a VIP, or also being able to have rewarded ads. And I've never seen any barriers with rewarded ads in subscribed users personally. But is that, am I right? I know that's your policy, but is that your observation as well?
We also saw that rewarded ads are very much welcome, even for subscribers, because they decide themselves when they want to see them. 4 years ago, we had a policy against rewarded ads, but then we got feedback from our partners like they work really well, and our players would still love to see them.
And I think there's an angle on that, which is really interesting, which is if you just give coins or something very basic that doesn't have any reflection on the value of play, I think it can feel like a tax. Whereas if it's something that benefits my play directly and obviously, or you're foreshadowing something I might want to buy, those sort of things can be still really effective, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm hogging, because this is I love this. This is actually the stuff I love. It's like building long-term relationships with players that they want to, and you are constantly giving them value, and you need tools like this to be able to do that, in my opinion. Anyway, I've said that before, I know. Anyone else in the room who has any questions, though? I'm going to come back to you and give you the mic.
Thanks for the insight. As you played a lot of Pokemon Go, you told you're level 43, you said?
Yes.
I do wonder, what have you experienced, to your opinion, what is done well in monetization, and what could be improved in Pokemon Go as an example?
I think one of the things they have done well is to make it accessible for those that don't have a credit card. So they can get a lot of the young audience in, which is really important. But then they also have a lot of good options for those that do have a credit card. I have on several occasions seen grandparents with their grandkids, and the grandparents that has access to real money to spend have the opportunity to do that, to buy for the special events. And also, they can gift it to someone else, which is a really powerful feature. So you can have grandparents gift something to their grandkids, which is really brilliant. I have noticed that on several occasions, that they can buy something for their friend. A little bit like what you can do on Steam as well. You can buy something for a friend. So, which in my mind is super powerful, and they do the user segmentation well. So.
Yeah, I think buying for a friend is a really exciting extra thing to think about, because gifting is incredibly kind of engaging, and when you receive a gift like that, the effect that has on retention is actually remarkable as well, in my experience. Cool. On that note, I'm going to say thank you very much.
Thank you as well.
And I also have to thank you for sponsoring this track, so we're going to run some video, I believe.
Yes.
So, cool.